ever get back from a trip just bursting with stories, you know?
Absolutely.
Like you just have to tell someone about that hidden waterfall you found.
Right.
Or that time you completely butchered trying to order street food in. Like a totally different language.
Haha. Yeah, I've been there.
But then when you actually try to tell the story, it kind of falls flat, right?
It's hard to capture that magic.
Yeah. Like how do you make people actually feel what it was like to be there?
Exactly.
Well, today we are diving deep into how to tell captivating travel stories in English.
Because it is a skill
It really is.
and an important one.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people think they're just bad storytellers.
Oh, totally.
But it's like,
When really they just need the right tool.
exactly. So no more boring travel stories.
Ah.
Let's help everyone make their friends actually want to listen to their travel tales.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, first up, why even bother, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, why is it so important to be able to share these experiences?
Well, think about it. When you hear a truly great travel story, it's like you're transported there, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You can almost feel the sun on your skin, smell the spices in the market, hear the sounds of the city.
And suddenly you're not just like hearing about someone's trip,
Right.
you're kind of experiencing it with them.
Exactly. And that shared experience creates a connection.
It's powerful, right?
It is. And it can even inspire others to explore the world themselves.
Oh, totally. Like, I'm way more likely to book a trip after listening to a friend gush about their amazing vacation than just, seeing a travel ad.
Exactly. It's personal. It's real.
And you actually trust their experience.
Yes, exactly.
So, okay, how do we actually do this?
Okay, so first things first. Let's talk about bringing those stories to life.
Right.
And by that I mean engaging all the senses. Think about it. When you travel, you're experiencing the world with all five senses.
Oh, definitely.
You're seeing the stunning landscapes, hearing the unfamiliar languages, maybe tasting exotic foods, smelling all those unique aromas.
Right. And like
Yeah.
even feeling different textures like the sand or the cobblestones under your feet.
Exactly. So when you're telling your travel stories, don't just rely on sight.
Oh, this is so important.
It is. Use descriptive language that evokes all those sensory details.
Okay, so give me an example.
Okay, let's say you're describing a meal you had in, oh, I don't know, Vietnam.
Mm.
Instead of just saying, the pho was delicious, you could say, the
Yeah.
steaming bowl of pho was filled with a fragrant broth, tender slices of beef, and a mountain of fresh herbs. I could smell the star anise and ginger from across the table, and the first sip was like a warm hug.
Okay, wow. I am sold. That is a whole different experience than just, it was good.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I'm totally on board with sensory details.
They're a key. And another tool to bring those images to life.
Okay, hit me with it.
Strong verbs. Don't be afraid to use verbs that pack a punch.
Like.
Instead of saying, the train went through the mountains, you could say, the train snaked its way through the towering mountains, offering breathtaking views at every turn.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
It just adds so much more visual interest.
And it's more engaging.
Yes.
Uh,
It helps your listener really picture the scene.
Okay, so we've got the senses covered and some power verbs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do we put all of this together into an actual story?
Ah, yes, the structure.
Like, how do we organize all these amazing details?
Think of it like building a house.
Okay, I like this analogy.
You need a strong foundation to set the stage.
Okay, so that's like the beginning of the story.
Exactly. Start by introducing your destination, maybe even create some anticipation.
All right, so like, you guys will never guess what happened when I went to.
Yes. Or maybe, I've always dreamed of visiting this place, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
Ooh, I like that.
You want to hook your listeners from the very beginning.
Make them actually care about what's coming next.
Exactly. And then, once you have that foundation,
Okay.
you start building the walls,
The walls.
the main part of your story. This is where you share the highlights of your trip.
Mm.
Those key moments and experiences that you want to focus on.
And this is where all those sensory details and strong verbs come in, right?
Yes. This is where you really paint a picture for your listener.
So it's not just a list of things we did.
Right.
It's like we're trying to make people feel like they're right there with us.
Exactly. Take them on a journey with your words.
Okay, so what about those little unexpected moments?
Ah, those are gold.
Like the funny mishaps or cultural differences or just like weird things that happen.
Yes. Those are the things that make your story unique.
So where do they fit in?
Think of them as the decorations, the little details that add character to your house.
Oh, I like that.
Sprinkle them throughout your story.
Okay.
They add flavor, humor, and depth, and they make your experience more relatable.
Okay, so we've got the foundation, the walls, the decorations. How do we finish this house?
The roof. This is your conclusion where you wrap everything up.
Like, how to actually end a story.
Exactly. End with a reflection.
A reflection.
Maybe a lesson you learned, a lingering feeling,
Oh, okay.
or even an invitation for your listener to embark on their own adventure.
So it's not just like, and then we went home, the end.
No. Leave your listener with something to think about.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we've covered a lot of ground here today.
We have.
We talked about the importance of using sensory details, strong verbs.
And structuring your story in a way that keeps your listener engaged.
Exactly. So next time you come back from an amazing trip,
Don't just tell your stories.
yeah,
Make them sing.
use all these tools to bring those experiences to life and truly connect with your audience.
It's worth the effort.
It really is. And hey, maybe you'll even inspire someone to take their own adventure.
Who knows?
All right, until next time,
See you then.
happy travels.
Happy travels.